Hello and welcome to China Shortcuts,
the European Chamber's weekly catch-up on China's business landscape.
This episode was recorded on 10th June 2026. According to a statement issued by the Ministry of Commerce on 5th June, the total value of China's services trade with the rest of the world stood at 2.49 trillion RMB in the first 4 months of 2026, down from 2.63 trillion RMB during the same period in 2025.
China exported a total of 985 billion RMB in services between January and April 2026, a decrease of just over 12% year-on-year. Exports of knowledge-intensive services performed well, growing by 11.7% to 544 billion RMB, with personal cultural and entertainment services and intellectual property usage increasing in value terms by 39.5% and 20.8% respectively.
The total value of services imported into the country fell by 0.8% year-on-year during the same time frame to just over 1,500 billion RMB.
As a result of these developments, China's trade in services deficit with the rest of the world increased by just over 37% year-on-year between January and April.
Data released on 9th June by China's Customs Authority showed that the country recorded a trade in goods surplus of just over $105 billion with the rest of the world in May, the increase of 24.3% relative to the surplus China recorded with the rest of the world in April.
The total value of goods exported from China increased 19.4% year-on-year in May to nearly $377 billion. Exports of automated data processing equipment and integrated circuits performed particularly well, up by 38.7% and 90% year-on-year respectively. As did automobile exports, which increased 50.4% year-on-year, continuing the trend of strong export growth seen in the sector in recent months.
The total value of imports of goods to China grew by 27.4% year-on-year during the same time frame, to over $271 billion. Again, particularly strong performance was seen in the automated data processing equipment and integrated circuit segments of the economy, where imports in absolute value terms rose by 65.1% and 52.1% year-on-year respectively.
China's growing trade in goods deficit with the EU has long been a point of contention in the EU-China relationship. On 4th of June, EU Trade Commissioner Maroš Šefčovič met with Chinese Vice Premier of Commerce Li Chenggang on the sidelines of a ministerial meeting at the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development in Paris. Following the meeting, Commissioner Šefčovič said that the EU will engage in deeper negotiations with Chinese authorities to resolve what is becoming an unsustainable trade deficit with China.
According to data published by the National Bureau of Statistics, China's Producer Price Index, or PPI, increased by 3.9% year-on-year in May, registering the highest rate of growth since July 2022.
This was primarily driven by cost-push inflation rather than an increase in demand, after an increase in costs for key inputs, including oil, gas, and non-ferrous metals, in part a result of the ongoing Middle East conflict.
China's Consumer Price Index, or CPI, also registered expansion in April, growing by 1.2% compared to the same month a year prior, with increases in the price of fuel for transportation heavily contributing to this. From 24th to 26th June, the Foreign Enterprises Guangxi Tour will take place, co-hosted by the People's Government of Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region and the CITIC Group.
During the 3-day event, which includes finance AI matchmaking sessions and field visits to factories and industrial parks, participants will have the opportunity to meet with local government officials and business leaders.
To register interest in the event, please contact Jessica Zhu by Thursday, 11th June noontime. Attendance is subject to approval by the event's organizers. Local accommodation and transportation will be covered for those selected to attend. Don't miss this unique opportunity to connect with industry leaders and officials in Guangxi.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in again next week.
In the meantime, please find useful links in the episode notes.